Welcome to our comprehensive guide on solar eclipses. Today, we'll cover everything you need to know about this fascinating celestial event. You know, in all the vastness of space, few events capture the imagination quite like a solar eclipse. It's a cosmic ballet, a dance between the sun, the moon, and Earth. And for those fortunate enough to witness it, it's an experience they never forget. So, get ready to journey with us as we explore the science, the history, and the sheer awe-inspiring beauty of solar eclipses. So what are we dealing with when we talk about a solar eclipse? In a nutshell, it's all about shadows. Imagine the moon, our celestial companion, passing directly between the sun and the Earth. As it does, it casts a shadow on our planet. Now, within that shadow you'll find two main regions, the umbra and the penumbra. The umbra is where the eclipse is total, the sun completely hidden by the moon. And the penumbra? That's where the eclipse is partial, with only a portion of the sun obscured. A solar eclipse, my friends, is a celestial alignment of epic proportions. Picture this, the moon, in its orbit around Earth, perfectly aligns with the sun from our perspective here on Earth. This doesn't happen every day, of course. The moon's orbit is tilted, so most of the time it passes above or below the sun in the sky. But when the timing is just right and the moon crosses the plane of Earth's orbit at the exact moment it's between the Earth and sun, well, that's when the magic happens. The moon, acting like a cosmic curtain, blocks the sun's light, casting its shadow upon Earth. And voila, a solar eclipse is born. Now let's talk about who gets to see this celestial spectacle. You see, a solar eclipse isn't visible from every corner of the Earth. Remember that shadow the moon casts? It's relatively small compared to the size of our planet. That means only those lucky enough to be standing within the path of that shadow get to witness the eclipse firsthand. And trust me, it's something you want to experience in person. Chapter 4. How long does the show last? The eclipse timetable. Now, for those fortunate enough to be in the path of totality, you might be wondering, how long does this cosmic show last? Well, the answer, like most things in astronomy, depends. The duration of a total solar eclipse can vary, from a fleeting few seconds to a little over 7 minutes at the very most. That might not sound like a long time, but let me tell you, when those few precious minutes arrive and the world around you is plunged into an eerie twilight, time seems to stand still. It's a truly unforgettable experience, one that stays with you long after the last rays of sunlight return. Chapter 5. Cosmic Choreography, the Making of a Solar Eclipse. How does this cosmic dance unfold? It's a balance of cosmic forces and celestial mechanics. The moon's elliptical orbit changes its size in the sky, sometimes closer, sometimes farther. When it aligns perfectly with the sun, we get a total solar eclipse. The moon covers the sun, darkness descends, stars twinkle, and the sun's corona shimmers. Chapter 6. Marking your cosmic calendars. When eclipses grace our skies. So, when can you catch the next solar eclipse? Well, predicting these celestial events is a science in itself, one that astronomers have been refining for centuries. On average, a solar eclipse happens somewhere on Earth about every 18 months. But remember, the path of totality is limited, so it might be many years before an eclipse graces your particular corner of the world. But don't despair. There are websites and apps that track upcoming eclipses so you can plan your celestial viewing parties well in advance. Now you might be thinking, if the moon orbits the Earth every month, why don't we see a solar eclipse every month? Excellent question. Remember that tilted orbit we talked about earlier? That's the key. Because the moon's orbit is inclined at about 5 degrees to Earth's orbit around the sun, most of the time, the moon's shadow misses Earth entirely. It's like playing cosmic darts with a slight misalignment. Only when the moon crosses the plane of Earth's orbit at the exact moment it's between the Earth and sun do we get to witness the celestial spectacle of a solar eclipse. For millennia, humans have been fascinated by eclipses, striving to understand and even predict these celestial events. And over time, we've gotten pretty good at it. Today, astronomers use complex mathematical models and detailed knowledge of the moon's and Earth's orbits to predict eclipses with incredible accuracy, centuries in advance. These predictions not only tell us when and where an eclipse will be visible, but also the type of eclipse we can expect, total, partial, or annular. Speaking of types of eclipses, let's dive into the different flavors of these celestial events. First up, we have the total solar eclipse, the holy grail of eclipse chasers. This is when the moon completely covers the sun's disk, plunging the sky into darkness and revealing the sun's ethereal corona. Then there's the partial solar eclipse, where the moon only covers a portion of the sun's disk. It's like taking a bite out of the cosmic cookie. And finally, we have the annular solar eclipse, where the moon is farther away in its orbit and appears slightly smaller than the sun. This creates a ring of fire effect, with the sun's bright disk encircling the dark silhouette of the moon. Chapter 10. From first contact to diamond ring, unfolding the eclipse's phases. A solar eclipse isn't a binary event. It unfolds gradually like a cosmic drama. First contact when the moon touches the sun, partial phases with crescent shapes, totality or annularity the climax, then the phases reverse. Chapter 11. Witnessing the cosmic spectacle, your guide to safe eclipse viewing. So, you're ready to witness the celestial ballet firsthand? Fantastic. But remember, safety is paramount when observing a solar eclipse. Never, and I mean never, look directly at the sun, even during an eclipse, without proper eye protection. The sun's rays are incredibly powerful, and can cause serious eye damage, even blindness. To observe an eclipse safely, you'll need special-purpose solar eclipse glasses or viewers that meet international safety standards. Chapter 12. 3D glasses and eclipses, a recipe for disaster? Now you might be tempted to try those 3D glasses lying around from your last trip to the movies, but trust me, that's a recipe for disaster. 3D glasses won't protect your eyes from the sun's harmful rays. In fact, they might even make things worse by focusing those rays onto your eyes. Remember, safety first. Stick with certified solar eclipse glasses or viewers. Now, you might also be thinking, can't I just wear a few pairs of sunglasses? Unfortunately, the answer is a resounding no. Regular sunglasses, even those with high UV protection, are not designed to shield your eyes from the intense radiation of the sun during an eclipse. They might dim the sunlight, but they won't filter out the harmful rays that can damage your retina. Remember, when it comes to eclipse viewing, safety is not the time to cut corners. If you don't have eclipse glasses, don't worry. You can still enjoy the show safely by creating your very own pinhole projector. All you need is a cardboard box, a piece of white paper, some tape, and a pin. Simply cut a small hole in one end of the box, tape the white paper to the inside of the opposite end, and you're good to go. To use your pinhole projector, stand with your back to the sun and aim the pinhole towards the eclipse. You'll see a projected image of the eclipse on the white paper inside the box. I can't stress this enough. Looking directly at the sun without proper eye protection, even for a short time, can cause serious and permanent eye damage. We're talking about solar retinopathy, a condition where the sun's intense rays burn the back of your eye, damaging the light-sensitive cells in your retina. This damage can lead to blurred vision, blind spots, and in extreme cases, blindness. So please protect your eyes and use proper solar viewing equipment. A solar eclipse isn't just a visual treat. It also has some fascinating effects on our planet and its inhabitants. For a brief time, as the moon blocks the sun's light, temperatures can drop noticeably, creating a mini eclipse chill. Animals and plants attuned to the rhythms of day and night can exhibit unusual behaviors. Birds might roost, crickets might chirp, and flowers might even begin to close. It's a reminder that we're all connected to the cosmic dance above us. So, what's the moon up to during all of this? Well, for a solar eclipse to occur, the moon must be in its new moon phase. Now you might be thinking, but wait, I thought the new moon was invisible? And you'd be right. During a new moon, the moon is between the Earth and the sun, and its illuminated side is facing away from us. That's why we can't see it in the sky. But it's this alignment that makes a solar eclipse possible. It's the moon's shadow, not its illuminated side, that takes center stage during this cosmic performance. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this guide on solar eclipses informative. Remember, these celestial events are a reminder of the vastness and wonder of the universe we live in. They're an opportunity to connect with the cosmos and appreciate the intricate dance of celestial objects that makes our existence possible. So the next time an eclipse graces our skies, grab your certified eclipse glasses, gather your loved ones, and prepare to be amazed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content.